To get access to the RAM in order to check it or to replace it is quite involved, requires several steps or pieces of hardware to take out. The first thing to take out is going to be the battery, which is up here at the back. Then after that we're going to have to take out the hard disk drive, which is here, and it's got 4 screws here. Then we're going to need to take out the DVD drive, which is here on this edge where my finger is, and then we need to take off this plastic case. And because there are going to be quite a few screws, what I would suggest that you use is something like an egg box, so that you can separate the different size screws out. It's just, if you're more organised at this stage, then when it comes to putting everything back, it'll be a far quicker and far less painful process. So there's my egg box. So to take the battery out, it's 2 latches. There's a latch here and there's a latch here. So firstly what we're going to do is we're going to flip this latch, which is on the left hand side, all the way over to the left, and then with the latch on the right hand side, we're going to, and with our finger underneath the battery, we are going to take the latch over to the right, and just the battery will flip out like so. Now let me see if I can take you around and show you. Many of these Latitude E6320, they have a SIM card which is right at the bottom here where my finger is. You can just see a slither of white, but you don't need to take that out to get to the RAM. So let me take it back round. And get it focused in again. So the hard disk drive is over here, and you've got 4 screws, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we'll just take those out. Very quickly, let's put them in our egg box, which is just over there. Now you can see it's got like a lid, a lip on it, and we just pull on that lip and the hard drive comes out. Next thing to do is the DVD drive over here, and there is an eject button which is just here, and you're just going to push it in. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Before you do the eject button, you've got a screw that's holding the DVD securely in place, which is just here. So let's just take this out. Whack it in our egg box in a separate compartment, and then we can take the DVD drive. It comes out like so. Now it just comes for the lid, and there are 8 so yes, there are 7 screws which are holding this base cover in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they are all the same size, which makes it really nice and easy. So let's just go ahead, take them out, put them in my egg box. And there we go with the 7th. Now once these are all out, you just want to put your fingers underneath the space where the DVD tray used to be, and the cover will just flip off. Not as easily as that because there will be a couple of plastic catches, but yeah, just go round it and ease it off, and there you go. We can really begin to see the innards of the E6320. So the next stage is to take out the screws on the bottom, which are marked with a letter P for the palm rest, and there are 10 of them, and they are here, 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 here. Over on the left, let me just move this over here, and then up here. And the good news is they are all the same size apart from one. This one over here, which is slightly smaller, but it's also, as well as being marked with a P, it's marked with the size of screw. So it's easy to remember. So let's take them out now, starting in the bottom left. There's two here, kind of either side of the bottom of the RAM slots. And then we're left with these two on the left-hand side. And there you go. That is the 10 palm rest or P screws on the base of the laptop. So here we are. The laptop is back the right way up, so to speak, and we've got 4 ribbons that we need to, or ribbons or cables that we need to disconnect here, and they are here, 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 and here. So again, they've just got these black latches. I'm just using a plastic pry tool. I'm just going to flip up the latch, and then I can just take the cable out with my thumb and finger. This gold one over here, and then this one, this blue one here. Would help if my fingers weren't so fat, I guess. There we go, that's disconnected. And then this black one here, you have to pull it this way towards the touchpad, and you can see that there's the socket. So if you pull it down towards the touchpad, that works perfectly. Now we've got to remove some more screws. We've got to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws, I think, and they are all marked M2.5 by 5. So that's lovely. And of course they are all the same size, which is a great comfort when we're dealing with so many screws. So here we go, there's the 6 screws, the M2.5 by 5 screws that we've taken out. We've taken the ribbons out. Splendid. So the next thing to do is to take off the plastic palm rest, which is held in place with some plastic clips. So all you need to do is apply a bit of pressure. You can see that I'm kind of getting underneath the palm rest. You can use your finger, or you can use a pry tool, plastic pry tool. And then all we're going to do is so I've got a better angle on it. There we go, we've got this top left corner off here, and then just gently applying pressure as I go across the screen from left to right, and then down to this bottom corner. Now there is a memory card reader there, a little slot there, so if you pull that to the left, that can help, because let me just show you this plastic thing here sits just in the case there. So there you go, we're beginning to see the real bare bones of this 6320. So now we're going to disconnect a few more ribbons on the motherboard. We've got one up here, which is for the power. So I'm just going to flip the latch up. We've got one down here, which is to this circuit board. I've got no idea what it is. I've tried Googling it, and yeah, that hasn't worked either. So that's given me no response. So we can take that out as well, disconnect that, make sure that is disconnected. Like so. And then we've got this here, up here is where the screen cable has like a cover. So we're just going to take these screws out. These screws over the screen cable cover are very unique. So that's another blessing. Let's take that clip off. Okay, just here is the connector for the speakers. So I'm just going to, with a prise tool, just going to gently take that out. Okay, let's see if I've, just by moving these wires, I can get more of a purchase on it. There we go. And with a bit of huff and puff, we have got the speaker cable out of the connector. Let's just take the screen cable off. Again, just using my pry tool just to lift it off there. Then on the back of the laptop here, we've got two screws on the back here where my finger is, and over here. So let me just take those off. Like so. Put them safely to one side. Okay, open the laptop back up again. So then what I want to do is there's some hinges here that need to come off. Okay, so let's undo this circuit board here. Over on the right, and take that out. Splendid. Now let's take, for some reason this only had one screw in it down here on the bottom left. Let's take out this mysterious circuit board. If anyone knows what it is, please let me know in the comments. And now these hinge covers here need to come off, so we've got a screw here. And the screw here. So then with my, let's just get that down, let's get those latches off, those hinge covers off. Perfect. Then there's a screw just here, another Phillips screw. I'm just going to take this off. This secures the actual top lid, which has the LCD screen on it, to the base. And then we're going to turn over, because at the bottom here. Let me just show you either side of the battery. Here and here are 2 screws marked with D for display that are also securing the lid. So let's turn it back over. And there we see, so we can see there that the lid and the LCD panel is starting to come off. Now be very gentle, because what it is, let me just turn it back over onto the base. So down here on the bottom right, these wires here from the wireless LAN card, the Wi-Fi card, and the WWAN card, mobile broadband card, need to be pulled through. Okay, so let's get them all loose. They're also beautifully kind of tied in a network of little kind of latches, plastic latches. So we just need to get rid of those, and then we can just pull them through, making sure that we treat these wires very, very gently indeed. Okay, fantastic. So now we can take the motherboard out, and by my reckoning we've got 5 screws. We've got one up here in the top right, 1, down here 2, 3, 4, and then 5 up there. So let's have a go. My screwdriver's had enough. Okay, so there's our 5 screws. So let's see, let's get the speaker cable out the way a little bit. Okay, you can see here on the top left, I'm just going to remove the power cable. So I've just spun the motherboard around a little bit, and you can see that they're down here where my finger is, which is the back left of the laptop, that's the power cable, and it plugs into the motherboard here. So I've just pulled it out, you can see that, and now that gives us a little bit more wiggle room in terms of bringing this the rest of the motherboard out and away. There we go. And you can see that the reason why it's tricky is you've got things like let me just show you here. Over here is like your USB point, and these of course kind of sit within the case, so they need to be kind of just wiggled out a bit. But you can see that's the motherboard has been removed.